spoken. Kashmir was Kashmir when Madras was not Madras. Kashmir was Kashmir when probably Hyderabad was not Hyderabad. Kashmir was Kashmir when probably Bombay was not Bombay. From eternal times. Therefore, it has a relevance. It has a relevance for the entire country. People normally say that Kashmir is an extension of Indian civilization, but I say it differently. I say India is an extension of Kashmir civilization. Why? There's a reason. If you look at the religious schools of thought, if you look the contribution of Kashmir and Kashmiri Pandits towards the religion as a whole, for example, Buddhism. The famous Buddhism conference of international magnitude happened in Kashmir several thousand years back, so on and so forth. There are so many things that we can talk about, but unfortunately this is not the forum where I should talk, because then it is an endless debate. When Shankaracharya came to Kashmir, and a Kashmiri Panditani defeated Shankaracharya's argument because she said that Shiv is incomplete without Shakti. Why? Because you never know, you have not, you are a bachelor, therefore you cannot talk about Shakti. And that is why the correction was made in the religious scriptures that it is Shiv Shakti. Shiv is incomplete without Shakti. And if you look back at the history of Taranga, and that Taranga people say that Shankaracharya awarded that Kashmiri Panditani, that lady with that Taranga, and that is how the origin of Taranga has come in. And if you look at the tail part of it, it's like a snake. With the head here, head is here and the back down is snake. It's in the form of snake. Why? Because it's largely believed that we are the progeny of Nagas and Pishats. Because if you look back at the history of Kashmir, there has been an agreement between the king of snakes, King Harsha, and King Kashyap of the people. Though Kashmir Files did not depict to the extent that it ought to have, it depicted just 5%. Even those 5% were such gaudy incidents, the tale of such gaudy incidents that nobody could imagine. And it became an international eye-opener. The story, the atrocities that we were telling to try to convince, to try to tell the community, try to tell the fellow citizens that look here what has happened to us. Nobody believed just one Kashmir Files could change the perception. It was not a movie. It was the characterization of real events. It was the characterization of what happened to this hapless minority which nobody took note of. Does that mean that if justice is not meted out to this community, this poor community, then we have to create so many Kashmir Files like that? Does it mean that we have to resort to that kind of a thing? Let me tell you two very important things. And I say it with all the conviction. Kashmiri Pandits constitute the first line of natural defense for India in Kashmir, and that is my conviction. Kashmiri Pandit organizations, Kashmiri Pandits, they constitute the grassroots level advocacy group for India and Kashmir. These two things, one needs to acknowledge. One needs to understand why I say that. As I said earlier also, there are politicians in Kashmir who have written books on Kashmir, and when it came to the description of Kashmiri Pandits, they described Kashmiri Pandits as fifth columnists.